Hi everyone, welcome to the third episode of What Authors Think. We are in conversation with the author Kamalika Mazumder. So Kamalika ji, finally we are in an interview where two socially awkward authors are doing an Insta live. And for that, for the audience, Kamalika ji has opened an Instagram account today only, and this is the first day of Instagram and first live also. So how are you feeling, Kamalika ji?
Thank you, Shubham, for this chance. Now, the irony is that no matter we are so socially awkward, but we are still talking in social media only. So, we have to accept it. So, definitely feeling excited to have a lovely session with you.
Perfect. So, Kamalika ji, just tell the audience about the title of your book.
Okay, so my book is named as Here I Am. I guess it can be seen. I don't know. It's
Yes, it is visible. Just lift it slightly up. Just lift it slightly up. Yes. Now it is perfectly visible. Yes.
So,
Continue.
Here I am. People may think it's like Brian Adams' Here I Am. Actually, the song only clicked it, but still it's slightly different.
Perfect.
So, my book published in this 5th August this year. It was published by the Alcoff Publishers and represented by Bookbakers, of which you are also a part, Bookbakers team.
Yeah. Perfect. So how are you feeling that finally the book Here I Am is finally published, and how long was the journey? Just, tell the audience about the journey, the challenges you faced and all.
No, if you say, it's obviously a great experience to see your seed of thoughts getting into this book. It's always a great feeling. And about this book now, the book I started writing around like 5 years back, I feel. The first yes. Actually, I'm doing a job, so I get very little time to write. So, and in fact, if COVID would not have happened, maybe I would have not finished the manuscript or something, I feel sometimes. In certain days, I was like, "Ye to chodo ho gaya. It's enough." It's like a writer's block for me for that. Still, then COVID happened, so that time I was little free, and moreover, I also got affected by COVID, so I need something to look up to during those days. So I started completing that story. The story that was in fragments, I just strung it up, you can say. So after that, I contacted Bookbakers immediately after that period, COVID period, 2020, I guess, 2020-21. So that time, Suhail Mathur, as you know, he is very energetic, but he was like, this time it's the market is very down, so you have to wait for some days. So I had trust in him, and I had to wait for like a year or some. So finally, I got offers. When I got offers from multiple publishers.
Right.
So ultimately, it came. After the publisher was selected, it was like a matter of 6 months or something.
Okay. So now are you facing challenges more after the book is published, or it was more challenging when you were writing?
See, every step looks like it's so challenging. Before the book was published, I was like, will it be published? How will people like it? How will my near ones will like? Because they will be very harsh to me. They will say like, what you have written, a piece of trash or what? So I was like a little bit nervous for that. But after the book published, luckily I got, till now I got very good response of it. No one has commented any bad comments. The only comment that few people gave me were like, we wanted some more pages. We want to get some more involved to the characters. So I feel this is also a kind of compliment only, that wants to get more involved in it.
So can we expect a sequel of the book? Like you're saying, people are expecting more about the same. So can we expect the sequel?
I have not yet thought about it, but I don't think I'll be writing the sequel, because I feel the story has been completed fair enough. I think people will not be connected if there is a sequel, but God knows. Every time we make plan, everything changes in life. So you never know.
Perfect. So, for the audience, Kamalika ji has already self-published two poetry books, that is in Bangla, and this is the first time it is, traditionally published, that too in English. So, Kamalika ji, from here, two questions are coming to you. First is, what made you, come from self-publishing to traditional publishing? That is the first question. Then the second you can answer, what made you come from, move from Bangla language to English?
Now, see, for the Bangla, the two books I have, I actually wrote poetries, basically. So I was a poet. So when I have wrote those books were published around 2017-18. Okay, and I had no plans of writing, not even English, not even in Bengali. It was just fine day I started writing, and okay, one poem after two poem after three poem. There were quite a bunch. So people were also saying, I was giving in some magazines, and people were saying, why don't you make it? Why don't you compile it and all? So I went like the tradition. I have just went to the self-publishing thing. Now, if you are doing a self-publishing, there is a control on what you are publishing and how you want your child to be. You can just mold it accordingly like that. That
Right.
thing is less in the traditional publishing thing. Plus, I have not thought about marketing at all, because I know poetries are read by very few people, as a matter of fact. And that also, if I am writing in Bengali, the set is already much smaller in that case. So,
Yes.
so that was the thing. I had published it I have published it self-publishing. Sorry, I have published a self-publishing one, and it was quite good. People were giving quite good remarks and all. So it was good in that. Now, after for this book, actually, what happened when I have already published the two books, people were like, why don't you translate your works? Okay, now people started saying, why don't you can translate it into English and all? So I thought I was not interested in doing some translation work for my first English thing. So I thought, let's do something different. So I was writing their poetry. So I thought, no, why not write a novella or something like that, a story for this. So then that way it happened just. So when Here I Am came, so I thought that if I will do like self-publishing like the earlier two, then again there will be a chance that I may miss some people. And English has a wider audience
Yes.
reach. So I thought, why not take this plunge and go into traditional publishing ones? Let's see what happens.
Okay, okay, perfect, perfect. So for the audience, Kamalika ji, please give a brief about your book, what the book is about, so that people can know, and people can where people can get your book. It also.
Uh, Whenever anyone say what to say about this book, I get very confused that where to start from.
Don't tell the whole story. Don't tell the whole story to the people. Spoilers alert.
The wins, but what should I say? I guess the blurb said all actually, because I
Yeah.
have.
So read the. Yeah. Just tell the blurb to the people.
So the thing is that it's a story about young boy Tublu, who is not who has felt that he is not a member of his family, and he doesn't know the reason that why he is not being included in his family, why he is staying like an outsider in his family. Okay, so that's one part of the story, and another part, there is a person Vedansh who is in his mid-30s. So once Vedansh receives a call from a person that changes his whole scenario. He is a working person. He is working in railways, as me, I can say, but he is working in railways and all. But one fine day, he just receives a call, and it changes his whole scenario, his present scenario. So he gets confused that what he should do. Will he do what step he should take? And this book is all about what step he takes, so that the life of Tublu can also be sorted out for him.
Okay. Okay. For sounds really interesting. So from here, the next question is coming. Sorry.
It's more family drama, you can say.
Yeah, it's a family drama, yes, but it sounds really interesting, and the cover is very beautiful.
The
You
cover.
can show it again to you can show it again to the audience who are joined right now.
I
Perfect.
have.
The cover looks good. You have designed it. Perfect. It looks really beautiful. You are an
Thank you.
artist as well, I believe.
Thank you so much.
Perfect, perfect. Okay, so moving to the next question, as you said, the story is about Tublu is a young boy. So, as an author, how difficult it is to portray something which you are not, like you have portrayed a character of a kid. So, how difficult for you as a grown-up author to portray the character of a kid?
Um, Now, if you say to me, I will say that for a fiction to be successful, the characters should not look like fictional characters. Except science fiction or historical fiction, that's something else. We read it like a thinking that it's something else, out of the box type of thing. But if it's a something drama kind of fiction, so contemporary fiction, so there the successful story lies that the character should not feel like fiction. So I would not spell the bins like which character is a fictional character and which character is not fictional character. I would rather like to say that the characters are heavily taken from the life experiences, from the people
Okay.
that we meet and people that we see. And I have designed Tublu also in such a way that some you can relate with it, some people or other. At least some
Okay.
incidents.
Okay. Perfect. Perfect. Perfect.
So
So from here, like, are the characters from the book Here I Am somewhere resemble to you or related to you and connected to you in any form?
see, if you basically say there is Tublu my story, I will say definitely no. By the grace of God, I had a very good childhood. So not he has got a very bad childhood. So his childhood traumas are very bad. So, but I can say that it's taken from somewhere from life only. Some
Yeah.
stories and some interwoven with each other, and it has.
Okay. Perfect. So now the next question is like this is a promotional question for you, so that people who will watch the video or who are watching it live can connect to the book. So how this book Here I Am is different from other fiction literature?
See, here I am, and it's a story about real people, real places. You will find it somewhere. Some stories will connect to you in some way or other. Some characters you will feel like your neighborhood. Some people, it's just your neighbors or your friends. You might have heard something like that. You can connect with the characters, and that makes you more like you will feel like you are just being a part of that story. At least I feel. I tried to write in such a way. I don't know readers will connect like that or not, and I have tried to write it in such a way so that readers will feel like getting involved in the story. They will not feel like it's not like watching from outside. It's not like
Okay.
a film, rather like a theater. They will just see the whole thing there getting live.
They will be engrossed in the story, right?
Yes.
Right. Okay.
So
So
I feel that makes a difference. And there is another thing that I would like to say that, say, I am from Northeast. I am from Assam. So the stories from our side are spoken very less. These days there is a trend to speak about Northeast and all. But normally, if you see the past years, the story, the representation of Northeast is very less. So I thought by this, the people outside Assam or Northeast can have a glimpse that we too are also same like them. Maybe the emotions are same actually
definitely,
somewhere.
definitely, everyone is a human being. We share the same, world. We share the same resources. So why someone would be different? Okay. So like to the audience, Kamalika ji is an officer in railway. So the next question is how your job has affected this, story and your writing journey.
See, I have already said that because of my work only, uh, I get very less time to give to writing. Sometimes I feel very guilty even that I am not giving it proper time, the amount of attention it deserves. But the job also allows me to mix with people, and the more I mix with people, the more stories I can relate to. So in
And
both the way it's a win-win situation. And the thing is that if you have passion for something, you will obviously you have to find time out for something. So
That's a good point.
it's true that I am busy for my job schedule. I'm really busy some days, like I get calls at late night also, but okay, it's okay. I love
So
writing, so
I personally believe if you are, I personally believe, this is my personal belief, I may be wrong. So if you're connected to rails or trains or, railway in any form, then you get to see a lot of stories, which you can use in the books or which you get inspired from, because people from different parts of the world are coming there. They have their own issues. They have their own lives.
yes.
I personally find it very inspiring.
Yeah,
Perfect.
always every day is a new story.
Yes. So you should get a recorder there, place it on your desk that whenever you get interested, let me just on it, switch it on. Okay. So and, what about your family? Who are the people, family and friends who are close to you, have affected your writing journey in a positive or negative way?
See, I have I'm living with my mother,
Okay.
so my mom is my first scrutinizer, I can say. Huh. She will read everything first, whatever I have written. She has also read this book, and it's something like she will give green signal. Yes, you may think about it and all. So then it goes to some other places, and I've been gracefully blessed with good friends and family to support. So it was a good journey. My writing journey, I have never felt someone just mocking me or something, or rather they had always acknowledged me. Even if it's a small thing, they will say, "Wow, how what you have done, this and that." So it feels great.
That's
Good.
that's
It's
great. That's
always
really
good to
beautiful.
hear one's appraising you.
That's really beautiful. So, to the audience, if you have any questions, you can write down in the comment section, and Kamalika ji will answer all your questions on the first day of her Instagram and first day of her Insta live. So you can ask her anything related to book. Okay. So, for you, Kamalika ji, the question might have changed, today, but for any author, promotion is very important, and this social media plays a very important role, among which Instagram is the most important thing, I believe. So how come you are not on Instagram being an author? And this today you have joined.
You will just be surprised if I say that I was not using Insta. It's true. You will not believe I was not even using WhatsApp. I
Oh,
just started using WhatsApp like 2 or 3 years back when my office has just forced me up that no, you have to have an WhatsApp account. And now also the WhatsApp account is strictly official and something related to my books. If there is some communication, my friends, my relatives, they know it very well. I will not reply. They don't even just if there is any emergency, they will just say that you can do this and do that in WhatsApp also. So actually, I'm a little bit old school type, you can say.
but
I don't connect well with this social media thing. I don't share pics. I don't like telling that I am going there or I am going this. I am doing that. I don't like saying. I don't know why, and it's causing me a hindrance. I know for this promotion and all, but I'm trying to be little. I'm trying to balance it up now.
that's
Now that
that's
I
a good thing. I believe it.
also,
I believe it keeps you disciplined, right?
yes, it gives kind of. See,
Perfect.
our concentration is limited only. So the more we can concentrate in other things, the more I can yield, I feel.
That's
So
So there are two questions from the audience. So first question is, what is the most important theme in your book? That one theme, which is the deal breaker for your book.
uh, for my book is forgiveness. The power of
Forgiveness.
forgive. The power of forgiveness. If you say.
Okay, perfect. And there is one more very, very beautiful question. So what is that is my also, somewhere my favorite question also. How is the post-launch phase for you?
Post launch phase. Actually, it started little bit from pre-booking time only, I will say. It's been a mixed kind of feeling. See, for those friends which I was banking in that they will buy definitely for sure, it was surprisingly took a U-turn and they were like, why don't you just send us the copy? It became like that. Somewhere, some friends whom I have not been in contact like for several years. When I just said, I am just publishing a book. Where is the book is in which link? Just give us the link. And they are just booking it within just a second. So, in fact, it served me as it's a lesson that we don't know who are our true friends or true things like that. But it has been till now it's a balanced phase. I will not say that it's been like a super one that people are just flying to buy my book. It's not that. I know, but still people are. It's a decent one that people are liking my book. People are saying good things about my book. I hope people will buy more.
No, it is an interesting book. Definitely people gonna buy more, and you never know when the book all of a sudden will become a bestseller one day.
Thanks
And
a lot.
coming from the point, like you said, like being an author, this is the thing that when some people you are very confident about that they're gonna definitely buy the book the moment you share the link. They might not buy the book, and the people whom you don't know, whom you have never spoken, in years, you simply share the link, just saying, let's just give a try, and they will be so happy to buy the book and review it.
Yes.
So I read in some authors, Insta story 2 days back. She's also from TVB. That don't worry if your friends or if your related people are not buying the book or not supporting you. Strangers will come there to support you. You never know.
Yes, that's the thing. It's sometimes a surprise. That's what is life. The surprise is what is life is about.
So the next question from the audience is, who is your favorite character from your book?
The
This is an
favorite.
interesting question. This will be quite difficult for you, I believe, because all the characters are created by you.
Because for
So,
me, every character was difficult to start
but
and
you have to answer it.
yes, but I think Savitri was my most favorite character.
Okay. Then,
There is a
then I would like to
yeah,
give you just give an
stood out
gentle
strong.
elaboration about it.
Huh?
Sorry, just
I felt that character stood out strong. There was a character named Savitri. She was the grandmother of Tublu. And she was a very
okay.
simple woman, but with a strong guts. And that's what differentiates her character. I feel that her character was the one most touched.
So you chose grandma over a kid and a father and
No, no.
everything.
That kid is the hero of my book. So he is obviously special for me. But if I leave the hero part, then I'll say.
Okay, Charlie. So now moving to the one question from the present scenario, and this is my favorite phase of this, whole interview. So, and this talks about the author's sensibility about the present scenario. Right? So, what are your ideas in a positive and negative way about the G20 summit held recently?
If you say positive and negative, is say G20 summit. It's happening in India. So, one Earth, one future. That was their tagline and all. So the people from outside, the who's and who's not of the outside are coming to India. They are getting a glimpse of India and Indian culture. They are having food, Indian food, and so somewhere it somehow creates an avenue for Indian in outside world. I feel.
I want you to come. I want you to just repeat the same because I guess your internet got hang in between.
Okay.
Just start from the yeah.
No, I was saying that in this G20 summit, this One Earth, One Future theme. So that thing, what I was saying is the dignitaries from the all over the outside worlds, who's and who's not of this world, they are coming to India and they are getting a slice of our culture. They are having our food. So all this they are mixing with our customs, and also somewhere it creates an avenue for us. somewhere. That maybe there is an avenue, they can even think of something related to India to do in their country. So I feel that can be a chance, that can be a good aspect. And if you say about the bad aspect, you have asked the negative thing. So negative one, I will say, see, I don't, it's my personal thing. It's not an apolitical thing for sure, but that I don't like whitewashing things. So the green screen for me is something like we have some lacunas that we are not showing. It somewhere gives the direct signal that there is lacuna, and that's why we are not showing you this. So the green screen thing, and maybe as they have got a lot of time, at least they could make it a little bit presentable or something. It's something like what we used to do in our hostel life, that if suddenly some function is decided to be in one room, all the clothes that are piled up on chair will go to that's a store, and that will be locked in the cupboard. So
Yes.
that kind of thing was, to be honest.
Beautiful answer. Beautiful answer.
But we don't do that for home. We do that for hostel life,
Exactly.
right? But we
Exactly.
don't do that for home because every day we just take our clothes. So that's what I felt make the difference, and it was somehow negative for me.
That's a beautiful answer. So now moving on to the next section, which is also my very favorite. Again, all the questions are my favorite. So it's like it won't give you much time to think, right? You need to just answer what comes in your mind. So the idea is what's in your mind. I'll give you a word. Whatever, in the first 10 seconds, you can take whatever comes in your mind. You have to tell that, and then you can elaborate a little bit about it, right? So the first one is, as you are in old fashion, right? Communication.
Facebook. Because
Facebook, okay.
right from the very time Facebook came, I was like 20-25 years in Facebook, and only Facebook was the mean of communication for me.
Okay. And breakfast.
Yes.
Breakfast.
Breakfast, aloo paratha.
Aloo paratha. Okay, nice. Perfect. And now this one again, life.
Life is love. It's all
Life is love.
about the life.
Okay, perfect. Writing.
Writing passion. It's
Writing is passion. Good.
passion for me.
Perfect. And favorite story of yours.
It's
Favorite
too
story.
difficult. I cannot say it like that. Yes, it's too difficult. I cannot even say it, but I will not say this one.
But you should answer.
There is
You should take a name. You should take a name, right? There must be a list. You can simply you take a name. So
I will not say, because this is something. If I say something, it will be like making others loathe. So I will not say this. The favorite story or something.
That's completely fine. Completely.
Of stories and books. I am a very avid book reader. I have been reading like since I know alphabets. So for me, there is a long list for every age.
So you are like you are into reading too much, I guess, right? You read every day, or is it like you find it difficult again to take out the time?
No, I read almost every day. At least I try to read at least 1 or 2 pages. At least anything. But I will write. I read 1 or 2 pages for sure.
That's a beautiful thing. So let's check if the audience is having any more questions. You are free to ask. We are having 1 more minute to go. And meanwhile, Kamalika ji, this is for you. As you are an experienced author who has published several stories, poetry, books, then this one is your third book. So any tips you want to give to the people who are new to the literary world?
See, if you say tips, I would like to say that the literary world is very tough. It's true. But if you feel that your story needs to be spoken out, you should write it out. Don't think like what will happen, people will like it or not. Because if you have written a story, if you have written a complete story, half of your work is done. I feel at least I feel most of the people have great stories in their mind, but they don't write it out. So if you are writing it out, you have done already half of the work. Just if you have written a manuscript. be it anything. And if you have written something, you can always edit it. There is always a chance that you can edit it and make it better.
Perfect.
So
Perfect.
if you have a story in your mind, write it. Don't think about who will read it. Will it be bestseller? Will it not be bestseller? Let time decide. Who are we to decide?
Perfect. And one more thing from here. What is your idea about writing? Like, you should be, one should be focused about being a bestseller, or doing something that, it should be in the promotion, it should be in the publicity or in the eyes of the people, or is it like it is more about being an writer, about writing the story?
I feel both is needed. It's not that I cannot say that, but at the main thing is writing. First, you have to write the story, and the story should have something. See, if you don't have anything, how long will you go with promotions? So, and sometimes that, in fact, it will be something. What I will say, it will act in reverse way for you. You can say it will act in reverse way, but because if your story is not that great, and you may do some over promotion, you may see, these days anything you can do with money. It's true, it's your money, you can do anything. So you can bring, suppose you have enough money to just like Uncle Scrooge maybe to dive in, and so you can just pay it off to anyone, so, and you just give a big promotional thing by some big star. But ultimately, if your story doesn't hold, first few things they may go, they may say, but ultimately no one will read. So if no one reads the book, so how long this promotion thing will go, and what will?
True. Perfect.
Very narcissist that you want a very big fame doing nothing. So that's
Yeah.
something. So you can do money. That's the thing today. In
Great.
today's world, people also are doing such things, the stupid things to just get into limelight. So if that's something else, or else it's always the writing. First, the writing matters.
Perfect. Great answer, Kamalika ji. And with this, we should, I guess there are no questions from the audience. It was a wonderful interview. Congratulations, you are on Instagram now, along with your book published. That was the biggest task for you. It was fun interview, fun connecting to you.
Now it's out. Let's see.
Sorry?
I feel that Insta will help me out.
Insta will definitely help you out. Insta will definitely help you out. Don't worry. Perfect, Chali. Then we should close this interview. Thank you so much for joining. Bye-bye.
So much, Shubhamji, for this lovely interview, and all the best for your book too. I have read it.
Thank
It's a
you.
very good. Given reviews also too.
Yes.
So it was
Your review
so
was really nice. Thank you so much for it. Perfect, Chali. Bye-bye. Take care. Happy weekend.
bye.